Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 2 Part 2. Anyway, we're able to move around now, so I'm going to show you a little bit about controls. Snake moves around with the analog stick. You can also use the D-pad, but it's a lot easier to use the analog stick, a lot more freedom. To crouch, you press X, and that lets you crouch like that. You can hug walls by coming up to the wall and walking up to it and just holding wherever the wall is, the direction, just hold up. To move left and right, you actually can move left and right like this with the L2 and R2 buttons, considering left or right, whichever way you're standing. The L button will always tilt you this way, and the R button will always tilt you that way. So, you just know which way to go. To shoot your gun, you're able to press out with the square button to aim. You can also point out with going to first person with R1. Be able to move around and shoot. It's a little better shooting this way, so you may use this a lot more than this way. To switch out of a weapon really quickly, you can press R2 to actually equip it and unequip it. The same thing with the items here. You can choose items by pressing the L2 button. You'll get special items like camera, AP sensor, SIGs, all that. And the R2 will give out the guns, will give out shots, and I have it like blinding right now, so sorry guys. So you can do that for weapons. So anyway, we got our tranquilizer gun, and we're gonna start trying to get into this. Now, the triangle button can actually be used as an action button to climb up walls like this, or to jump down here. We're about to go up against our first guard. We're gonna have to be very careful here. I do not want to get caught, at least until later on in the game. So, we're going to wait for him. If you can notice, the little blue cone of, that's their vision. That's as far as they can see.
Freeze.
And you can hold them up by pressing the square button right at them like that. To grab people to choke them, you can actually unequip and grab with the square button and hold it. If you just tap the square button, they'll flip and fall to the ground, and they can start calling an alarm once they get up, which is bad.
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of an interesting thing as well. Pressing the triangle button, which is the action button, lets you do a bunch of different stuff like that. You can also carry a dead body or a knocked out body by grabbing square as well and actually drag them. You're actually going to have to hide bodies in this game because if an enemy finds a body, they're going to know that shit's going down.
Freeze.
Oh, I tapped it. Fuck. Yeah, you can... There we go. Alright, snap his neck. I'm a horrible person, but grab with square and you can actually drag. You're very slow when you're doing this, so you gotta be careful where you're gonna hide bodies. But for right now, we're not gonna have to worry about hiding bodies, because for right now, it's not that difficult. It gets harder during later on in the game, but like I said, won't be dealing with that until later. Alright. Now another thing we're going to have to avoid is shown right here, the security cameras. Security cameras you can easily avoid if you hide under their blind spot, which is right under them. So like I said, just deal with the blue cone. That little white dot is us, so we know where we are considered to where they can see us. You can also hide in these. It's a nice little way to hide. You can hold it to hug the wall like you would normally, and you would actually be able to hide in the lockers using another way of hiding from enemies when you're caught. You can also hide bodies in those too, which is kind of good. And the chaff grenade, which I got earlier there, was it's used to knock out like security cameras and electronic equipment. It's a really good weapon. It's a really good thing. Rations are our health source. They keep us alive. They are able to refill our health and all that good stuff as well. Slowly go up here. We're making good time, actually. This is actually quite interesting. They're making this much time. But, as you see another security camera, and we're not really gonna be going through here. We're just gonna be knocking him out. Oh, let's see what he has to say.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Now, by usual method, he means the cigarettes we have. We can actually go. The cigarette smoke will actually show us where the what's it called? Where the infrared beams are. And that box we got is also very awesome. I'll show you about those later. Now we're waiting because this guy will always come in here once we're coming back, so we have to be sneaky and take him out. While in the crouch position under somewhere here, we can actually hold the R1 button to move. When we're crouched under these little areas, we'll go into first person, but we're not able to move unless we're holding the R1 button, so just so you know. Alright, now we're gonna wait for this dude to make his way back. Any minute now. And there he is. Night night. And there's the fire extinguisher they were talking about. Now we see where those lines are. So we just crawl right under. Simple as that. Not that hard.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of cinematics in this game. Not a surprise.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a
just so you
standalone
know, you can
Marine
actually
Corps
move these
project,
people's
which means this
characters, like, you can
prototype
move
Metal
them
Gear
up
must
and
be
down
designed
to
for independent
by moving
deployment
with the analog
without
stick
any
compared to
naval
where they are.
assistance.
Also,
Anyway, analysis
down the
can wait till
analog
later.
stick button, you can
Snake,
actually zoom in.
you need to go down to the holds and locate
I don't
the
know why
actual
they did
metal.
that, but you're able to do it. It's pretty good. Anyway, more cinematics. There's a strange woman right there. She's kind of strange. And if we keep going, we're going to run out of time. So we're actually going to have to cut this one short, guys. Oh, and we have a cold. That is not good. I will actually treat that. There's some medicine in there. We can get that, and that'll help us out. But other than that, next time we get back here, I won't have a cold, so then I won't be able to get caught. And yeah, bye guys.